Xin chào. My name is Quinn Trin. You can find me at miss-trin.com. So today we're going to look at the top 20 essential supply teacher advice or tips, helping to make your day better one day at a time. So we have 20 tips, so let's look at the first one. Make sure you arrive early so you have enough time to prepare for the day, maybe say a quick prayer or do a quick affirmation so that you're psyched up for the day. Number 2, do opening routines. So this is what I normally do every time I have an assignment. Check in at the office, introduce yourself, get the keys or any necessary information that you may need. Find the classroom, staff room, workroom, and staff washroom. Find the lesson plans, and it may not be obvious. Normally it's on the teacher's desk, but I had one time a lesson plan emailed to me, so make sure you find that. Number 3, read the lessons and set it up. Get a seating plan, or if you don't have one, make one up, because it's very important to know where the students are. And if it's a flexible seating classroom, just tell the students that you need to set one up for that day, so that you can get familiarized with the students and know them by name. Number 2, review school safety routines such as fire drill, duty schedule, and school discipline policy. Find the class list to do your attendance, as well as I like to keep a copy of the class list, so I keep notes on the student's name and get to know them. Look at the behavior plans, allergies, students with high needs, and helpful students as well. Find out if you need to collect anything such as permission forms or trip money or anything like that. See if there is any special events such as pizza day or school assembly or any kind of interruptions that will happen on that day. Tip number 4, review rules and routines and expectations with the students. Have the students tell you what the rules are, and so that you can be familiarized with it, and practice the routines as well, and tell them your expectations, that you expect them to behave appropriately, and you have high expectations that everybody can learn to the highest potential. So tip number 5, go over the daily schedule with the students, so that they know what's expected of them for the day. Tip number 6, teach attention getters. I like to teach the students the Class Yes by Chris Biffle, whole brain teaching. So it goes, teacher says class, the student says yes. So however the teacher says class, the student has to reply with yes. So teachers say class, class, the students will respond with yes, yes. So you can change up the various patterns if you like. I also like to use the countdown from 5. So tip number 7, be friendly, proactive, and positive. Be very positive and energetic when you are talking with the students. Always smile and address them by name. Be very friendly but fair and proactive. Hopefully try to notice things around the classroom so that you can be proactive. Have a private talk and keep your cool with those students who choose to act inappropriately. Tip number 9, contact the office for help. You're not in it by yourself. Contact the office if you need any help, especially in severe cases like violent behavior, stealing, safety issue, and harassment, or just being very rude. Number 10, be professional. If you are dressed professionally, you feel professional, and the students will see that, and you'll have more confidence. Tip number 11, have emergency activities. I always have a certain activities that I always use, so that if there is any transition or students finish the activities quickly, I have a set activity that they can use to use up the time. Advice number 12, dress for the weather. You never know what to expect. One time I had an assignment where I had to stay outside for the whole entire day. It was winter carnival and it was terrible. So always make sure you dress for the weather, whether it is outside raining, because you still have to do duty. Tip number 13. Try not to text in classroom. You can text during your own time. In the classroom, I try to get out a journal and write during the time that students have independent work, or I read a book or something like that. But I always do tip number 14, which is be on the move. Always moving around the classroom to see what the students are doing, to be proactive and to engage in the students, see what they're, if they've completed their work, and it's all about proximity, you know. They won't get in trouble if you're right there by their side. Advice number 15, build respect and rapport. I find that just focusing on developing a relationship with the students, even though it's only for a day, it's very crucial. I focus on the relationship and not the content, because students remember how you treat them, not what you teach them. Don't bring any candy or food because of the allergy issues and safety concerns. I try not to bring candy as a reward. I use gotchas or privilege passes. Number 17, tell stories or jokes. If you engage them in these types of discussions, they will love it. Advice number 18, don't take things personally. Kids will be kids, and their brain is not fully developed. You can see right here that their judgment gland is so small, and they don't know what to do because they haven't been taught to. Students do not have the skills to properly express their feelings, so it's our job to be the role model and to teach the appropriate behavior skills. Tip number 19, do closing routines, and this is what I always do at the end of the day or at the end of my assignment. I review end of the day activities with students, such as the homework and the agendas, hand out any notes or newsletters, tidy up the classroom with the students, tell the class how much you enjoyed working with them, and maybe writing a little note and give it to them personally. Write a note to the teacher, mark any work completed. Sometimes the teacher will ask you to do this during your prep. Collect all your things, especially your water bottle. I tend to forget that sometimes. Thank the helpful staff members or anybody that helped you throughout the day. Check out at the office, return any keys, and sign log forms or sign out forms that you may need. And last tip, number 20, always have fun with the students. Just remember, the best gift is you. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up, comment if you would like to add any additional information, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And thanks very much. I really appreciate you listening and being part of this discussion.